YouTube, BigH. Had a delivery this morning down here in Plainview, Texas. Got a pre-plan last night, actually. I'm 80 miles from where I dropped at my 90. And we'll just say it's a meat plant. The window was 8:11 to 8:15, and the load's not ready. Actually, the DD time, the drop dead time, is not till 7 o'clock tonight. And then from there, I've got to run 150 miles to my first of two drops. First drop is at 5:30 a.m. And my second drop's at 12:30. So I'm on my 10-hour break. I have only had like an hour and a half left. Actually, sorry, 2 hours left on my clock. So she goes, well, the load may be ready about 12 o'clock. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I've got to do a 10-hour break. Because by that time, my clock will be I'll have no hours left. She's like, okay, we'll let you know. We'll call you when it's ready. I'm like, okay, thank you. Then on the way out, she comes running over. She goes, you know what? How long is your break going to be? I said, well, if I get to where I need to get to, which is only 4 miles down the road, I'm at an all subs truck stop down here. I said about 8:30. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm just a little worried that, I should be fine. My 10-hour comes back, or my clock comes back at 8:30 p.m. tonight. I should be fine. So that gives me like 8 hours. So I'll use my whole drive shift just to get to the first drop. My second drop, luckily, is only 30 miles away. And I have concerns. I have concern that the flies in the truck. I have concerns that I may run out of time. I gotta go 450 miles. Man, the flies are relentless down here. As soon as you open the door, they all come in. They're like waiting for you to open the door so they can come in. As soon as I gotta go 450 miles to, sorry about that, I'm being distracted. I can't do 10 things at once. I gotta run 450 miles. Well, let me see. Hold on. I might misspoke. Exactly. 450 miles. I gotta run from here to...
Out of route. Drive to road behind you on road, or reroute from current location.
Like I said, 450 miles from here to the O2. And there's no interstates. It's all back roads. Now, I'm in Texas. And the back road that I took from the 90 here, 75 miles an hour. But you know what happens on the state roads, right? You got to go through towns, and towns at 30 mile an hour speed zones. So I'm not going to leave the receiver till about 9 o'clock. That's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I leave at 9 o'clock, earliest 9 o'clock, by the time I pick up the trailer, make the depart call, it's going to be tight. So I already let my fleet manager know. So this is just a learning moment for the newbies coming in. This is going to be a really tight load. I don't like to get to my drops. I like to get there an hour before. There's no way I can get to where I need to get to in that amount of time. I know it. No interstates. It's just, it took me 7 hours to go. I was on 40 yesterday. 40 to 27 to the 90. It took me just a little bit over 7 hours. Now that was with a stop to get fuel and do my reset. But even without, my half hour, even with that being said, it still took me a little over 7 hours, and that was just nailed 50, 65 miles an hour all the way with no interruptions whatsoever. So I'm gonna adjust my concerns, but already I let my fleet manager know. So anytime you're in a situation like this moving forward, it's gonna be tight. Now, the window was 4 days. For the life of me, I don't understand why this load's not ready today or this morning. So at least I still had 2 hours and change left on my clock. Ultimately, what I wanted to do was pick it up and run down the road about 2 hours. This way I'm that much closer to the 90. Now I can't leave till, like I said, 9 o'clock. So it's going to be tight, and I'm going to let them know. And what I'm trying to do here is prevent a service failure. I'm all about being punctual. I don't have a history of service failures. So, and I don't want to start having one because it's out of my control, kind of. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just, it's the first drop is at a big place. I'm not going to name it. Second drop's at a smaller place. So that's the life of an OTR. Delivering food. So, just be prepared for stuff like this to happen. It's going to happen. It's not the first time it happened. It's not going to be the last time it happens. It happens all the time. 90% of the time, loads are ready. It's the other 10% that you bite your nails on and hope that. Now I got 2 flies in here. You hope that the load's ready, Wow. I'm getting jammed up. You guys must be laughing. I'm chasing flies, folks. I hate flies, but it is summertime. Anyway, I voiced they know what's going on right now. They know that load's not ready. They know I'm on a 10 hour. They know how far I got to travel. And again, you can only control what you can control. This truck only goes as fast as it goes. It's governed. Now they calculate this load. They calculate all loads at 55 miles an hour. It's not Prime's fault. Prime had, the window of 4 days. So it's the shipper's fault. But it's not going to be the shipper's fault because ultimately this load could be ready at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I can't leave. So then the onus comes back to me. It's my fault. Again, I was kind of questioning whether or not I should have taken it yesterday. But when I saw that it was, I had 4 days for the load to be ready, I was like, it's got to be ready. It's got to be ready. And it's not ready. So that's a dilemma I'm in. But I need sleep because yesterday when I stopped in Oklahoma, it was 102 degrees. This truck is black. I actually fell asleep for 2 hours. And I woke up in a complete soaking wet shirt. It was a small off the wall place, which is very clean, good showers, beautiful bathrooms, a lot of food, way better than the major 3, Love's, Flying J, TA / Petro, way better. So I had to, I took a shower yesterday at cost me $15 out of my pocket, but that's, it's worth its weight in gold. Because 102 degrees in a black truck, I don't care what kind of APU you have, it ain't keeping up. I had to idle the truck for a little bit just to cool down. So that kind of broke my sleep up. And that was kind of rough. Thank God the sun goes down a little earlier nowadays. But it's the way it is. Anyway, with that being said, Big H is tired. And as you can see, I'm kind of pondering things, you know. But again, there's nothing I can do. It's totally out of my control. And I'm going to do the best I can do to get that load there by 5:30. If the big guy in the sky is watching out, everything will work out. But again, it sucks that I can't leave early to go pick up this load. So, again, I notified the people I needed to notify, so there's a record of it. So if it comes back, it comes back. And you want to try to prevent service failures from happening. So that means communicate. Always communicate with your fleet manager or your night dispatch. That being said, I'm gonna shout out some food and go in the bunk and try to get some sleep and just wait for the phone call to come. And we'll go from there. So with that being said, Big H is out. Stay safe, make great decisions.